Hi, Matt. I know we've talked in the past that among the guys you've kind of looked at to model your game or aspects of your game after JJ Redick is one of them. You know, the pretty good role model, I would say. But have you ever actually met JJ? Have you ever had a chance to pick his brain or work out with him, or and would you like to? Would you ever go over and introduce yourself if you had the chance?
Yeah, good question. It's funny. I actually had the opportunity to work out with him this past off season. He trains in New York, and just kind of got connected with him, and he was totally open with me coming out there and working out with him for a week. So we got a few workouts in. It was obviously a cool experience for me. Like you said, I've kind of watched him and looked up to him and tried to learn and model my game in different aspects from him since I was a kid, watching him at Duke, and then obviously, just throughout his NBA career. So yeah, no, it was cool to work out with him and train with him and just pick his brain a little bit.
Was there a takeaway either from how he worked out, or maybe a nuance that he was willing to share with you that you've been able to incorporate?
Yeah, I mean, as expected, he gets after it. He works his ass off. And in that sense, I think it was really relatable to me and how I work out. So I think that's why those sessions worked so well with him and I. But just seeing him, honestly, I didn't know what to expect, going in there because he's getting a little older. I think he's like 36 now. He's played a lot of years in the NBA. Quick turnaround. I didn't know, how hard he would be training at that point in the off season. But we got after it for a good hour. Nothing crazy, but every single rep with him is so intentional and so detail oriented, and that's how I love to train too. You have to practice how you play and go game speed. Otherwise, there's really no point in being out there just shooting shots that you're not going to take in a game. So that's one thing that I really recognized with him and how he trains.
Perfect. I appreciate it, Matt. Have a great game tonight.
Thanks.
Thanks, Michael. We'll go to Aaron Rose from SI.com.
Hey, happy opening day, sort of. We were just talking to Nick about some of the uncertainty this season, and he's repeatedly talked about how he wants guys like you to sort of know your role this season, have, a chunk of minutes. But at the same time, this is a year where guys could be out of the lineup just minutes before the game because of COVID or whatever. How do you balance sort of, in your mind, knowing what your role is, which something Nick seems to want, versus being always ready for more minutes, potentially starting minutes, sort of the things uncertain this year because of COVID?
Yeah, I think that's just the situation that everyone's in, right? In the entire league. That's our new normal. That's what's going on in the world, and we have to adjust. Everyone has to be ready whenever their number is called. It doesn't matter what your role is. Obviously things can change very quickly, and it just is a testament that guys need to stay ready, stay in shape, stay ready for when your number's called, like I said.
Thank you.
Thanks, Aaron. We'll go to Vivek Jacob from CBC.
Hey, Matt. Obviously, you have to make adjustments to your routine in the bubble. I'm just wondering how much you've been able to go back to sort of a normal routine with this setup, or is it somewhere in between sort of a bubble and a regular routine?
I'm definitely still finding my routine. Like everyone in our, with our team having to relocate down here to Tampa, I don't think people really realize how many things go into that. Just simple things like obviously finding a place to live, getting furniture in your place, all those little things. And then obviously trying to get ready and be in training camp and prepare yourself mentally and physically for an NBA season. So I'm still, getting settled and getting adjusted and finding my routine, but I'm definitely getting there, and hopefully here and at some point soon here, I'll find it.
When you were finding your routine in the bubble, was there anything new that you discovered that you were like, hey, this is something new that I like doing that I want to carry going forward?
I mean, not traveling was nice. Obviously that's not realistic in a normal season, but that was really nice in the bubble, just not having to travel and get on planes, and then you're getting into cities late at night and getting to sleep at different times. That was one thing in the bubble that I think is really important, is obviously like your sleep consistency and just getting good sleep every single night. we had access to, everything you need, all the resources that we needed to get your body and your game ready every single day. One thing I always did there, and it's something that I've done for a long time now, is just ice bath. And that's something that, obviously I think a lot of athletes do. And it's something that I do to get myself ready to play and just get my body recovered as much as possible, feeling good.